Hello everyone, my name is Mitz, and here we are back entering within the house in Fata Morgana. We're slowly getting more ways into chapter 1, or shall I say door 1, of the many rooms this old haunted mansion, and we're slowly getting acquainted with our two main characters, and probably way much more on the way, with Mel and Nellie, and a new maid has been employed inside the mansion that Mel has suddenly caught a keen interest in, and it's hinted that she is maybe possibly a vampire. Or just simply someone who gets sunburned easily. That's the boring option. It has to be vampire. Has to be vampire. But it doesn't matter either way because it doesn't even matter if like she's a vampire monster or whatever. Mel's like, ah yes, you're interesting. I love you in the most awkward way possible. And it's a new day. You have my thanks, Father. And I apologize for being late today. Now there's something unusual. You not being punctual. He was thinking about that one girl from today. He's already so smitten, even though, like, didn't they say that, he had no interest in dating anyone? Don't know if it's because there's no one in the town that he caught his eye or anything else. Or just something about her, honestly, like, you know, white hair, red eyes, like, I guess in a sense that literally just caught his eye and, like, almost became entranced by. I hope it's not a whole thing of almost like a siren thing, of almost hypnotic. But from the sound of her, it didn't seem like this is usual, so, Well, at least I know their soul treating you nice then. Maybe next time we'll go a whole month without rain. Do have mercy in next year's crops, Mel. You hyperbolize, Father. So, did something nice happen? Oh, the most amazing girl just showed up yesterday. In the middle of the night. It's almost like fate and destiny. Huh? You look like you're in good spirits. Do I? No, nothing. Something did happen, didn't it? It's all on my face, isn't it? You prefer an open book to the face of stone. Well, it depends on what position you're in. So it is. People may prefer it, but it's not a good trait to have for social engagements. Yay, have fun being an open book when you're a politician. Have fun with that. What? Not the kind of engagements you'll be having, anyway. What? What are you planning for Mel to actually go through? I know Mel, like, he never actually said where he wanted to do as a job, honestly, or where to go into. I'm sorry, don't look so dejected. You already have a job lined up for him later on? But now, at least, there's nothing wrong with that. So tell me, what has you in such a joyous mood, Mel? You torment me so, Father. We've taken on another maid. You know how that goes, right? Yeah, like, she's, like, it's implied that she came from another, like, wealthy family, I guess. And she's, like, here to, I guess, learn proper manners, I guess, by working for another family. That's how it usually is for maids and mothers, I guess, or just only maids. Someone new comes and things get lively for a while. All the excitement has gotten to me, that's all. Oh. Why are you looking at me like that? No reason. No, no reason. The youth today. Just go on scurrying along. Go talk to her more. So, what family does the little lady come from? Oh, I don't actually know. You don't know? I was gonna ask her, but I missed my chance. Father has returned home, and I can't speak to Mother. I see. She's caught your eye, has she? Yeah, she has. Striking. The truth is, you're more than just interested in her, are you not? What is a bigger word here to use instead of interested, then? No, You truly do enjoy tormenting me. Well, I should be getting home now. Mel? Yes? Make certain you find out where she's from. You never know where she came from the gates of hell. What do you expect? What do you expect to happen? If you're genuinely interested in her, it's your responsibility to determine if she's actually suitable for you. By seeing if her family is I guess noble enough. Okay. Thank you, and excuse me. Well, that was a bit weird. I'm wondering exactly how Nellie's gonna take it, honestly. They're pretty inseparable. I think it was already teasings, honestly, that Nellie just would rather just like spend time with Mel, honestly, instead of anything else. I kind of hope it doesn't go the cliched route, just like, if I can't spend time with you, no one else will. It doesn't matter if she's from the Steam's family or not. No, I'm not in love with her. I'm just interested. Uh, Technically this means you're not in love, you're just crushing hard, which is the first step to that, so don't delude yourself. This isn't love, no. It couldn't be. Have you ever had a crush on anyone else in your entire life? This is me we're talking about. What, are you saying you're asexual? Besides, I hardly even know her. Young sire, blessed young sire, alms to the poor. Oh, huh. Same beggar as before. Is this gonna be a pattern? I don't think he's moved since then. But he looks skinnier than last time. Has it been more than a couple days? He's gonna have trouble making it through the summer. I should give him something while I still have a chance. Alms to the poor, have mercy. Sorry, but this is all I had to give you. Thank you very much. Blessings upon you. May the Lord bless your soul, young sire. Hopefully so. Thanks. I feel bad for him, but that's just the way of the world. Farewell. The skies are really clear. The sun shone fiercely down the town that day. As is characteristic of the area, cloudy days and rain were frequent during the season, but the sun almost took the stage the day after a storm. The cathedral standing tall in the center of town, the stone-paved streets clacking with the pleasant sound of footsteps, the people peering from beneath awnings to look up at the sky. In Mel's eyes, it was as if they were all blessed by a divine light. However, not everyone living in the same land was equally blessed. There's just that one guy in their house right down the road right there, just a perpetual rain cloud pouring down on them. Everyone else is a complete sunshine daisies. In fact, the blessed were far outnumbered by the forsaken. Yet their time would later come to be referred to as the Golden Age. So it's like way more beggars then, honestly? I mean, we're probably gonna see that same guy again if we're gonna keep, like, Nelly keeps showing up to, no, Mel keeps showing up to that church, honestly, to learn, honestly. Reading his stupid Latin grammar books and nothing else. Elsewhere, back at the mansion, Nellie was causing trouble for the Abigails. On a whim, she decided to redecorate her bedchamber, so she gathered the maids and put them to work, shouting orders and demands and complaints. Oh god. And she had not summoned only her personal servants, but others as well, including the white-haired girl. Then Mel just comes home like, "What the fuck are you doing, Nellie?" No, not like that. How many times must I tell you? You have to press them against the wall, not flatten them. God. The tapestry goes by the door, and I don't like the carpet's pattern. Are you literally just planning to refurnish it? Like, just hire a interior decorator by this point. Is there anything else we can just change it with? Hey, who put this ugly vase here? It's the same vase that's been in your room for all your life, ma'am. Well, it's gone now. Slams it on the floor and breaks it to billion pieces. Nellie appeared to be rather irritated, and it was the servants who bore the brunt of her frustration. Though they found this similarly vexing, them showed it. They've been facing this for years. How recent was this change of hers, honestly, in personality? She's a girl who spoke her mind, a trait particular to that time in history. Ah, so it's commonplace, okay. Women of the Golden Age were so vivacious, in fact, that inspired parody and satire in foreign countries. Okay. But no matter how hands-off her parents were, had Nellie been born a generation earlier, or a generation later, she likely would not have been able to act so free-spirited. Oh yay, I can already see what you're going for. That day, however, Nellie did not seem to be her usual self. Though she always spoke her mind, it really went beyond being childishly adorable. Very childishly adorable and bratty, I guess is another way to put it. It was unusual to see her in such a foul mood, not even a smile on her face. Now she's frowning, look at that. Get rid of all of it. The carpet, the chair, the desk, it's all so ugly. Get rid of the bed, the walls, the windows, and my entire room too while you're at it. I'm moving upstairs. Don't we have anything better? If we don't, then order it. Have it made. Custom made. You can do that, can't you? Hurry up and replace them. Hello. Having only arrived that morning, the white-haired girl was unsure what she was supposed to be doing, caught in the middle of a flurry of maids and furniture and fabric. If this is like a first foray into some being a maid, then I guess yeah, just like stammering, just looking around everyone else, just stare down your hand, just like, what am I even doing here anymore? She chased frantically, scrubbing Abigail's with her eyes and made attempts to help, but not being familiar with the work, she only ended up getting in their way. She probably felt that everyone would be better off with her not in the room. So the maids ordered to get new furniture and made their way out of Nellie's room. She tended to follow them. You, hold on a second. You, yes, you, with the white hair. However, Nellie stopped her before she could take her leave. What? The white-haired girl turned back, bewildered, to find Nellie smiling at her. The corners of her mouth turned up into a self-assured grin. There was no trace of timidity or uncertainty in her demeanor. Her flaxen eyes seemed like they would look nice in the light of the sun. Almost the exact opposite of the white-haired girl. Okay, yeah, I keep forgetting that this is the entire story narrated by the maid at the very beginning of this game. Which, again, I'm still remembering, I'm still remembering the main character, us, the Mr. and Mrs. U being crucified. How long is it gonna take to see that happen? Jesus. I want to talk to you, actually. My mother never was one to share. I asked her to trade maids, but she wouldn't have it. Trade? You mean for... Which is why I decided to completely redecorate my room, because then I would need some extra hands. Oh, okay, you're already learning the ways of manipulation. Okay, you're getting more interesting. Love it. But why? Because Mother and Father refused to tell me anything. Why is that? Who are you exactly? Where'd you come from? Tell me, what house are you from? What? Oh, you just suddenly change subjects, okay. I just showed up. Teleportation. Why can't you tell me? NDA, contract, I'm sorry. We took you in, you must be from a fairly decent family. As a member of the Rhodes family, I have a right to know. We're on the road to success, I'll have you know. Do I not? You can't expect me to welcome a girl into my home who won't even tell me where she came from. I came from my mom. I don't know anything about you. We hadn't actually even heard her name, honestly. Huh. I haven't seen you at any parties. Technically, she was here in the back of the house party yesterday. I came from the country. Another country? What country? Somewhere very, very far away. My first thought is another dimension entirely. Oh? North of here? East? West? South? West? South. It's south of here. I feel like this is in Europe, so like... Well, Europe from the very first thought, so like somewhere in Africa though? But if it's not there, then... If this is like somewhere maybe in Asia, like it's down further there... North America? I do not know my history. I crossed the sea to get here, which is why we had never met before. I guess not Africa then, so... Asia? I still have no idea where this game... But like where the mansion like is like this game takes place, honestly. How far did you have to travel then? How many times did the sun rise, and how many stormy nights did you face? No. Innumerable days and nights sailed, heading ever further north. Huh. So tell me, Lady Nellie, that is the most wonderful painting. Look at that. Where'd you get that? I don't want to talk about this anymore. She's trying to brush me off. I don't want to get away that easy. Painting? It's in my room, so of course it's wonderful. But that one's especially so. Including that painting and that vase. That vase is hideous. That bed is good too. You're both so adorable. You, Lady Nellie, and Lord Mel. How old were you when it was painted? Oh, it's a family portrait. Huh? Ah, that painting. Goodness, yes, you have a good eye for art. It is magnificent, isn't it? This is done when I was 4 and Mel was 7. Okay, 3 years, okay, apart. You see how we're sitting next to each other holding hands? Oh, no, no. I was too young to remember it very well, but Mel looks like he was really embarrassed. But standing there like statues makes for a boring painting. Nell explained brightly. Having completely forgotten she was pressed up against the white-haired girl, she did a little twirl, stopping to face the portrait. Though many paintings lined the walls of her room, Nellie was most fond of the one of her and her brother. Two darling siblings sitting side by side, the older brother smiling kindly, the younger sister sweetly twirling her head, her cheeks the color of fresh picked apples. It was like the very embodiment of their happiness. The painting lays the subjects bare, you know. Fortune and misfortune, happiness and sorrow, enshrined on a canvas for all to see. And this reflection is not merely limited to the point in time it was made either. Did you know, Master, that paintings are alive? Okay, you're making it sound like if someone makes a painting, honestly, it's like almost like a fortune reading, like seeing like lines in your palm, honestly, palm reading, stuff like that, okay? They are drawn with a brush over an extended stretch of time, unlike photographs, which capture a singular moment. The two have their own individual merits, but a photograph is still, while painting moves. Remember the brush strokes, honestly? Huh. Portraits reveal both the past and the present state of those they depict. Mel and I have always been close. I would sing songs for him and he would teach me about all sorts of things. He's so smart. Nowadays, Mel hardly even goes on walks with me, making excuses like, I'm an adult now. We used to spend a lot of time playing together in the rose garden. I see. The white-haired girl normally had difficulty smiling, but her lips naturally curled upward as Nellie reminisced. A vision of the two happy siblings had probably swelled up in her mind. And, I imagine, there's a faint trace of envy in her heart as well. Ah, okay, I'm assuming like she didn't really have a nice family life then growing up then. Maybe she just came here, honestly, to get away from it all. Lady Nellie, you love Lord Mel quite deeply, I see. Yes, of course I do. He's my brother, after all. Mel's smart, and he's studious, and he's incredibly kind. For my birthday, he gave me this wonderful rose necklace. The jewelry shop he got it from is famous because even the royal family makes commissions from their workshop. So he had to have ordered months in advance. Just for me. He's a prince. Oh? Wait. Wait, is your family actually royalty, or is, like, rich, family? What? He's pretty charming, wouldn't you say? That's why I call him my prince. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh my god. But you know what? Mel is a terrible dancer. He still hasn't gotten his feet on the ground yet, so he's bad at interacting with girls. There's no one else who would say that about him. He's quite a gentleman. I assumed one would be drawn to him. Gentleman? Have you met Mel already? This morning, briefly. That reminds me, Mel seemed to know about her too. The jealousy's already starting! What do you think about Mel? As I said, he's a gentleman. That's not what I mean. More than that! Don't think I'll let you get away with putting any funny ideas in his head. What? Mel is too trusting. He's pure of heart, so I won't stand for you trying to take advantage of him. Wait, where does this come from? I would never... So you say, but you actually want to get close to him. Actually. I won't dream of it, Lady Nellie. He is a man far beyond my reach. You aren't planning on doing anything, are you? Not at all. You don't have any romantic feelings for him, do you? It's been a day. Give it till tomorrow, then we'll ask again. What? Well, do you? I have no romantic feelings for him, Lady Nellie. And you won't develop any? That's a loaded question. I will not. Just tears out your heart. I will never have this heart beat again. My love will be as squashed as this heart just slants in the trash can. With that, Nellie gave a wide, satisfied grin. even though one has no way of knowing how another truly feels, or how they might in the future, so you can lie to your heart's content. You wouldn't, would you? I think about it, there are plenty of other boys. You getting together with Mel is downright absurd. Who would ever want to date you? Indeed. But anyway, back to what we were talking about earlier. Your family, almost forgot. Tell me. Your family registry, your family history. Give me that. If you don't want to say, I'm gonna put a DNA sample in the mail. You haven't told me exactly where you came from. Anything about your... Oh, is that... Lady Nellie, I bought a new carpet. Just look at the embroidery. It's the work of a true artisan. I'm suddenly in love with it. Surely you'll find it in your liking as well. Wow, you're right. That's a Florentine stitch, isn't it? I wonder whether someone mimicked the style or if it was imported. Either way, a great find. Let's hurry up and get it laid out. Oh, I'm about to see how the colors go with everything else. Okay, good. Everything has been forgotten now. Yay, nice. The past has been forgotten. Whew. Wipe sweat off brow. We have finished redecorating quickly so I can show Mel. He'll be so surprised. Wonderful taste you have, Nellie. When the other Abigails returned, so too did the bustle within Nellie's room. As the white-haired girl watched, a faint smile crossed her lips. Perhaps it was from relief at having escaped Nellie's inquisition. Or perhaps... Or perhaps what? Or perhaps what, I hear you try to imply there, Miss Maid. Oh god, that's a weird thing. Oh my gosh, love triangle, let's go. Nellie, I'm back. Did you eat something you're not supposed to, dearest Mel? You're unusually cheerful. Did you drink poisoned water? Why are you acting this happy? You're supposed to be gloomy all the time. I'm the same as always. Anyway, never mind that, dearest Mel. Take a look at my room. I redecorate today. Ah, so that's what you've been doing, hiding in the house all day, Nellie. How is that any different than what you're doing? You're in the church all day. Well, the big difference is that's not his room. The biggest difference. Unless, you know, he decides to sleep in the library at the church there, then that's a whole different thing entirely. I guess. I will look at your room, I promise. But first, do you know where the new maid is? No, don't get any strange ideas. Just haven't yet had the chance to introduce myself, and I thought I should as a member of the family. Except you have, and I know it. Being the eldest son, it would be shameful if she were to pass me in the halls not knowing who I am, so... Don't ask me. What? But you were in the house all day. In your room all day. She tends to mother, so why would I know where she is? But you did help redecorate my room. Okay, I thought you were just gonna completely hide her presence, honestly, for as long as you possibly could. Okay. You made her help? That's work for the men servants. The men servants, manservants. There was no reason to make the maids do it. Oh, so you're saying I shouldn't invite a bunch of men into my room? I go in your room all the time, Nellie. And you were in my bedchamber just this morning. Scandalous. Only one man is allowed in my bedroom, dearest Mel, and that is you. No one else. Not even Dad. Not even him. So unless you become a servant, which I will not stand for, I will not ask any of them for help. Oh, Nellie. You ought to be a little more... accepting. A little more what? If you're gonna lecture me, I won't hear it. What am I gonna do with you, my little lady? What? What? Why are you looking at me like that? We talked about you, dearest Mel. And I'm not gonna tell you what she said. About me? What did she say? What did she say? Huh. Please, Nellie. She said... You stink. She said she has no romantic interest in you. Why did it even come up? Because we're both girls. We talk about things like that, what kind of boys we like, and who's the most handsome. Why do you look so downtrodden, dearest Mel? You look like a sad little boy who can't get his crush to notice him. Because it's not what's happening. That face was unbecoming of a prince, Mel. Are you interested in her? That's strange. I haven't even met. I'm not. it's just depressing to find out that someone you never even met doesn't like you. That's all. Just the rumor mills are already happening. That's the lie you're gonna spin, okay. Hello. If I'm gonna make my move, I must do so soon. Your move? What do you mean your move? Are you gonna manipulate your way through the entire house? I will love to see this. I don't have much time. Still trying to get a good grasp on like how this is all gonna go. Because besides the whole thing with the siblings, like probably the whole thing of like jealousy, honestly, if like Nelly wants to spend more time with, you know, Mel, honestly, and then this girl, which suddenly just appeared nowhere. We still don't even know her name, honestly. It's I wonder how it's gonna progress from here to like I guess to a tragedy, I guess, honestly, or like anything bad happening. That's what it always seems like it comes to in these kind of stories, anyway. And oh yeah, that reminds me. I actually looked up I looked up what Fata Morgana was, and it actually is like one of those mirages that are happening happen like in the deep in the horizon, like those heat waves you can see, like almost like small streaks of horizontal lines. Like you see in those movies, like I'm in the desert, there's a truck going over across the horizon, and just all looks hazy and all that. I can't believe I never realized that's what it's called, honestly. I remember actually looking up when writing a story or trying to have that sort of imagery, honestly. And I think I actually remember hearing that phrase before, but I completely forgotten it. Huh. Interesting. So this whole entire mansion, Rose Manor, is a whole story about mirages in a whole different bunch of ways. Don't know how that thematically links in, though, just in the sound of it by itself, so... Huh. The master of the house isn't around, so next in line would be him. What about the mom of the house? I guess the queen of the house? I don't know the terminology for it. That painting. What about the painting? Taking a keen interest in you're taking a keen interest in how the painting was made. Despite his near devastation by Nellie's news, Mills flaxen eyes continue to wander in hopes of catching sight of the new girl. By now, it should be quite obvious to you that Mel was feeling, but the boy himself was having difficulty comprehending the things going through his heart. Emotionally, he was horribly unstable, like a ship without a sail. And still, every time he spotted the white-haired girl, the little red-haired girl, Peanuts, let's go with that now, his heart would leap, his whole body jitter with anxiety and excitement. He never felt anything like this before, and as such, he struggled to keep these strange emotions in check. Whenever he saw an opportunity, Mel would speak to the white-haired girl. In days he was unable to, he either spent in secluded silence or distracted days. He couldn't even read his Latin grammar books, honestly, when that happened. Love is a curious thing, yes. It has the power to change those who experience it. When he did manage to approach her, he tripped over his tongue. Again and again he talked to her, and again he stumbled. I imagine if you were taken to see a romance at the theater at this present state, he would cry just as much as little Nellie did. So he was distant before, but now that he's been primed for it, he's ready to like sob openly and just break down, honestly, into huge, heavy tears. Nice. We cry at tragedies because we draw parallels to our own lives. Yes, honestly. Well, I've seen plenty of other stories that do the whole same thing about. Yeah, I usually get the most emotional like that, so. At least that is what I think. Not completely agree with that, actually. Great tales of romance attain true gravity with the audience only when they are personally familiar with love. In part, or you just latch onto a character so quickly and easily. There's that too. In any event, the white-haired girl was, as a result of this, visibly perturbed. I do not want to date right now. I just want to get through this unscathed. Please, don't put any tension on me. No. She was delighted that he was being so kind to her, but confusion overpowered every other emotion. She appeared to be at a loss for what to do as he clumsily catapulted words and stares at her. But Mel did not back down. though you probably knew not what caused a fiery emotion to erupt from within his breast. One's first love, in particular, tends to burn like a wildfire. Oh, this is okay. This is literally one of his first loves. Okay, then. Wowee, actually. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be very tumultuous then. Yeah, have fun with that. Are you familiar with the Sensation Master? In part. Didn't end well. Oh. You don't? I feel sorry for you, Master. God. Wait, where even is this? It looks like a dungeon area, like a basement? Looks like grates of a sewer there. Ah. There she is. Again, it's not my chance to make another move. Is she cleaning? No, looks like she's reading. It's now or never. Oh, God. Boo! Okay. Sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. No, you did. Lord Mel, you very clearly meant to scare me. Because you just wouldn't notice me. What are you reading? You look pretty engrossed. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have asked for permission. It's fine. No need to apologize. Feel free to read whatever you want. You're welcome to bring back books back to your room if you'd like to spend more time with them. But I was just amazed the mansion had a library. It must have been a lot of work to collect all of those books. There are some pretty old books in here too. Your grandfather's? Some they collected, and some even older than that. Take a look at this. I think it's diary, but it's not from this country. It's a different language? Or the century, for that matter. Maybe a feudal lord. Is that where you got your stupid Latin fixation? Hey, here. He's complaining about the quality of the harvest. Can this forsaken land only produce over-sour grapes? Ah, if only the largest of the... Barney? Maybe Barnier? If only the largest of the Barnier's estates were mine instead. The land there is much more suitable to cultivation. There you have it. You can read this, Lord Mal. Yes, he can read every language known to man, or so he will say to impress you. More or less. I looked over it several times already. That wasn't too difficult. Why would such an old book be here? I'm not sure. It and all of this was already here and moved into the mansion. Have you not lived here your whole life? I was born in our estate, but to me, Nellie, this is more like our home. We moved when I was still young, and we lived here ever since. Nellie and Mother have both grown quite fond of it. Father, though, often goes back to the house, because he doesn't like all the roses. Man, he's not a florist, he's not a gardener. Wow, shame on him. I mean, did they just say like this is like a second home? So, okay. So this is the place where you sleep and do all your stuff, and the other house is literally just your dad's personal workplace then, I guess? Just mill on the old grindstone for whatever reason or purpose, honestly? Okay. By himself? Yeah, well, sometimes Mother goes with him, but for the most part, he goes alone. But don't get me wrong, it's not because they don't get along. In fact, they act more like teenagers in love than grown adults. They just swoon over each other, obviously, all the time. It almost makes me sick having to watch it. Yep, okay, that definitely paints a very clear picture in my brain about that. It is a wonderful feeling to be so close, no matter how old they may be. True, but still. There are those in the world who cannot be with the ones they care for, as much as they wish. I'm sorry about that. Oh, that's right. The book. Yeah, the book. Let's stop talking about that. What were you reading? I, wasn't exactly reading. Taking notes. I do not enjoy reading lots of text, so I was looking at the pictures. Is that so? You seem very cultured, so I thought you'd be partial to reading. Perhaps you're actually more like Nellie and eschew your studies. Yes. I wouldn't have guessed. But you like looking at pictures. I do. What else do you like? What? What do you enjoy doing? It can be anything. Like, she took an interest in the painting. Are you gonna start drawing? I enjoy being told stories. Just get a storyteller and come in here, honestly. Stories? Yes, when I was young, my father would tell me tales. What kind of stories did you like? There was one about an imprisoned girl. Tell it to me. Oh, okay, that's gonna be important. Once there was a girl, each locked away in a mansion deep in the forest. A mansion with only one window. One window? But the window sat high upon the wall, far beyond her reach. So it was always very dark inside, unlike this mansion. However, this girl did not like the outside world. There are lots of scary things out there after all. Though she may have been all alone in the mansion, she grew comfortable with the darkness in time, so she had nothing to be afraid of. And then, am I doing a good job? Telling the story? You're fine. You're doing fine. Keep going. What happens next? Okay. And then, the girl grew up. By then, she had already forgotten why she was locked up, but she was content with the darkness. Oh, locked up? Okay. However, her eyes couldn't help but be drawn to the little bit of light that spilled through the one window. Though she was comfortable in the darkness, the sight of light made her heart race. At first, the girl thought it was because she found it unpleasant, because she disliked the light and the outside. But slowly she came to realize that she was curious with the outside world. What could be happening out there? For all she knew, the town, the forest, the people, all of it could have changed while she was imprisoned in the mansion, become less of a scary place. But she had no way of finding out. So the girl decided to write letters and throw them out the window. What began as empty grasping became routine, continuing for several months until she was finally ready to give up. But then, a beautiful white dove flew through the window. Oh. Tied to the dove's leg was a letter. Okay, that's starting to way to make an entrance, honestly. Don't throw letters back in, just have a carrier pigeon, honestly. Her heart racing, she read the words contained within. It seemed to be written by a man. The letter contained numerous questions for the girl. It also said that if she attached her reply to the dove, it would bring the letter back to him. She was astonished, but she wrote him back anyway, taking care not to mention where she was. After having exchanged letters a number of times, the two felt very close to one another, as though they had known each other for many years, despite having never officially met. Eventually, the man said he wanted to meet her. Indeed. The girl was unsure what to do. Should she tell him how she lived? Should she reveal where she spent her days? She was afraid if she did, he would cease to send her letters. She was sure he believed her to be a young lady of noble blood, and not a girl locked away in a house deep in the forest. The girl could not bring herself to write a response. She released the dove through the window with nothing attached to its leg. And yet, it returned with another letter, written in the man's familiar hand. You must surely have a grave reason for your silence, it said. I'd like to know that reason, and I'd like to help you. No matter what it might be, you have my word. Well, he's nice. She deliberated. Those letters were kind. She did not know this man. I mean, if we only sent, letters back and forth like that, then yeah. He was from the outside, and the outside is bad. Would he still treat her the same way when he had met her? And did she even want to step out into the world beyond? What do you think she did? My first thought was, sort of a small gamble? Part and parcel, half? I guess just be cautious of how she wrote her response, I guess. Wrote a letter and agreed to meet him, right? Yes, she did. The girl made up her mind. She would write a letter. As always, when she tied to the dove's leg, it flew off out the window. And I had a sudden thought, does that mean one of the stories is going to end with the pigeon itself actually, well, the dove, honestly, attacked, honestly, and they can't send letters again and ever again? And for sometimes that, she received no response to the man. This saddened her, but she thought it was for the best. She belonged in her own confined world, her world of darkness. But then one day, light shone into the mansion. he came with a pickaxe and was breaking down the walls of the house. The sealed door had been opened, and in the doorway stood a handsome young man. "I have come for you," he said. The man was a prince from a neighboring kingdom. When the girl stepped outside, before her sat a magnificent carriage, the likes of which she had never before seen, accompanied by many servants. The prince, kind as in the letters, swore his love to her. The two lived happily ever after. Well, that's a nice simple tale. Ah, what a nice story. I'm glad I had a happy ending. A prince. Was there something funny about the story? I guess the whole thing of him, maybe, like, the person, like, she's talking to might, was the best person possible to help her get out of her situation, maybe, thinking about it from his point of view, then? No, that's not what I was laughing. Do you ever imagine what it'd be like if the prince showed up for you? Huh? It doesn't have to be a real prince, even if someone like one, like me. What? Is this something you dream about? Oh, no, I think I'm perhaps a little too old for that. So you don't want a prince to come after you, but you would rather want a king then instead. I gotcha, loud and clear. You think so? Nellie still fantasizes about her prince, and she's 14. I just assumed all girls are the same. Lady Nellie's prince? That's you, Lord Mel. No? What? Is it not? I mean, we used to play make-believe a lot when we were kids, but I very much doubt she still thinks of me that way in earnest. When she calls me a prince now, it's mostly in jest. If it weren't, that would be concerning. Yes, in many more ways than one, as I already laid out quite plainly. Oh. That story, do you know if it's a regional tale? One that's been passed down through the ages? I'm not sure. It could very well be my father's own creation. You might think me conceited. I think the story might be about me. Oh, okay. The girl trapped in the mansion is you? You haven't been locked up anywhere before, have you? Or symbolically? No, thankfully, I have never been locked up before. Oh, thank goodness. But with an appearance like mine, I can sympathize with her being afraid of the outside world. I have at times imagined how wonderful life would be, if only me and my father. But the girl left the house in the end. If your father really wrote that story, then I believe it contains a hope for you to end up the same way. Oh? I don't have what it takes to be a real prince and whisk you away, but I can at least pretend. Okay, that's actually adorable, honestly. This is turning into a whole romance story right now, anyway. This is sweet. This is nice. So if it was your father's wish for you to see the outside world, then sure there's nothing wrong with you getting out and experiencing all the scenery the world has to offer. I want to see the outside too. Or to be more specific, other countries. I guess you're mostly trying to figure out, I guess, a good job so you can actually go on that global road trip then. So, if you'd like, we can go on a road trip together. Oh, who's coming? Could maybe go see distant lands together. Hi, Nellie. Ah, dearest Mel, I've been looking all over for you. Nellie, you interrupted our very private conversations. Look at this, dearest Mel. Mother brought me these wonderful gloves to wear in walks. The roses embroidered on the wrist are just precious. This whole entire family is obsessed with roses then, isn't it? Were the roses already here at the mansion? Like, okay then, it was a match made in heaven, honestly, for the entire family then. Jeez. Oh my, you're right. They are quite beautiful. You appear to be dizzy, Lord Mel. Are you feeling unwell? No, I'm fine. Mel was feeling frustrated at his inability to convey his feelings to her. And as frustration built up over time, he developed, I suppose you could call it, a severe case of lovesickness. For several consecutive nights, he had been afflicted with a peculiar sensation. A presence bedchamber. If my love cannot be given to her, then the ghosts of my love will actually torment me. Oh no. Whoa. Death. Death to the unholy one. You've been thinking impure thoughts about another girl. Death be upon ye. Death to the heretic. Death to the witch. Whoa. Kill. Him or her. Jeez. Why? Never wanted her to die. Was she not eating? He left the tower. Understood. No one finds out about this. How can you be so calm? Understand what you've done? Pin the blame on me? How nice it must be to be able to distort reality with panic. You're just guilty as any of us. I never wanted her to die. Huh. The witch killed her. The blood of the witch killed my... Oh. Having pleasant nightmares there, Mel? A dream? What was that dream? It was horribly unsettling. I was holding someone. A girl I cared for dearly. In my arms, she was limp. I was wondering if is this going to be foreshadowing to people thinking now she's a witch. Oh, excuse me. Oh no, don't tell me that Nelly honestly is gonna do that to that girl. We don't even know her name actually. After all this time. Like, did Mel decide not to ask her name after all this time? Okay then. I'm still going on this assumption that I'm like literally that maid honestly who's like showing us these tragedies honestly to our character is in some sense immortal then, so like will there be like allegations of like witchery afoot flying around at some point then? Oh no. Oh no. It was almost as if she were dead. Been having a lot of really unpleasant dreams lately. Can't stop shaking. Why would I have such a dream? I feel sick. Okay, no. Back to sleep. I wonder, who was that girl? I can sense someone standing beyond my door. Is someone there? So they're watching me. Oh, they're staring through the gap in the door like you did to that girl the first time she came here. That's what it is. This is revenge. That's her. It's just my imagination. I can't move. Oh, yay! You're having a sleep paralysis demon time. Yay, let's go. What? What do you want? Go away. Oh, yay! The door is opening. They're walking in. Sound is growing fainter. Oh, okay, they left. Never mind. Ah, boo. You scared him away. Is that truly what your story meant, Father? But such a magnificent garden. Something we could never have had. Are my intentions misguided? What a beautiful white rose. Oh, hi. Hi again! You could have sneaked into this room rather easily then. Into his room, okay. No one was watching. How long have you... Oh, you needn't pay me any mind. I shall not condemn you, no matter what you might do. What you might do? Rather, I'm on your side. I was not going to do anything. Drink his blood? No, of course you aren't. Oh, is that so? Perhaps you're out for a late-night stroll, staring intently at that one guy's room for several hours straight in the night. I imagine you have less difficulties going outside at night. I beg your pardon. I will return to the mansion immediately. Oh, yes, that reminds me. It was also the middle of the night when the grocer's servant broke into their safe. What? Oh, okay. News that spread quite far. I'm sure you've heard about it. Oh? Although, was Jamask imprisoned? Dear me, I had trouble remembering. Don't worry not. If you wish for it, the mansion shall provide. You are in no danger whatsoever of getting caught. I... You said that a witch lives in this mansion, did you not? Is it a ghost or someone living here? Are you the witch who's been immortalized? I did. Does it sound perhaps a bit archaic to you? No. I believe those rumors mockingly refer to me. The rumors only start the second you got here? Okay. Oh my. I've been accused of being a witch before, which is amusing. I don't have any magical powers. Maybe they haven't grown into you yet. It's a bit unusual amount of... Oh. Oh. Well, if you're not a witch, then you still have magic. You're a wizard, then. My, what a lovely shade of red. Rose. Doesn't it matter? This rose. This rose is white. Until I took it into my hand. Is that so? I apologize, I must sound mad. I'm sure I was just mistaken. It couldn't possibly have changed. I wonder. Yes? Did the girl locked in the mansion become a princess? At that point, she just became a queen, honestly. What? We should lock up and head to bed. Make sure all the shutters are closed nice and tight, and then you draw the bar on the front door. Tell no one that you have the power to change plants. Like, we just find out her magic only goes only to plants and nothing else. Huh. She said she is not a witch, honestly. Maybe there's some merit to what people are saying. Or she's just, or someone just following her repeatedly around wherever she goes and trying to make her get gaslighted to think she is a witch, honestly. Slowly, but surely, time tripped onward, everyone working toward their own individual goals. Each early summer breeze that blew through the garden was like God's hollowed earth carrying the flowers' fragrance in through Rose Manor's windows. If only time could be stopped, in this beautiful era made to live on through eternity. As usual, Mel's eyes shifted to the white-haired girl, and Nellie pursed her lips in frustration at him. But she was still rather docile. Even taking into account how self-centered she behaved, how fickle her temper, Nellie's fits were still no worse than a playful kitten. See? At that very moment, our lively little feline, our claws poised to swathe the flaxen-haired young man, scratching him and making him bleed. Mel, you promised me, or have you forgotten? I haven't forgotten. I'm just asking you to go a different day. Another day? This isn't what happens every day. I've been looking forward to tonight's performance for so long. It's another Shakespeare play. It's a one-night-only event. There's nothing I can do about that. We're having a gathering at the priest's home tonight. Several high-ranking officials have come up from the mainland just for this. Who cares? It's my job. I care. I care for my job. You know, Nellie, it doesn't have to be me who goes with you. No, I want to go with you, Mel, and no one else. Why he goes on work? He invite the white-haired girl maid, honestly. Why not? You've been so distant lately, dearest Mel. You refuse to do anything with me. That's not true. Tell me, if we can't go today, when can you? When will you be willing to go out with me? When will you play cards with me? To have tea together? I can't make any promises. I have things to do, obligations, and other gobbledygook I have to do. And Nellie, you're almost an adult yourself. Stop acting like just a child. I'm not an adult yet. I'm still a kid. Yeah, she's 14, you dingus. If it means I don't get to play with you anymore, dearest Mel, then I don't want to become an adult. Just get an age-stopping potion. Nellie, you can't... Lady Nelly, the master wishes to speak with you. Father does? What could he want? Go on, Nelly. You can't make Father wait. He's very particular about people keeping their appointments. Don't think this conversation's over yet, mister. I got my eyes on you. Yes, he is. Unlike you, dearest Mel. More punctual than you ever been in your will in your entire life. Bye. What's got her in such a foul mood? Oh, hi. Oh. Huh. That's actually a new sprite. Huh. Actually looks really nice for her. Oh, thank goodness for small miracles. Nelly just won't seem to take me at my word lately. You mustn't be so harsh on her. She's your one and only darling little sister. You're right, but still. She's taken a bit too far of late. Oh, I'm not so sure. She does not seem to be behaving any differently to me. It's you. It's all on you, dude. Am I the one acting differently then? Yes. I can't believe it. Your heart is pounding a mile a minute about some other girl who just joined the house, honestly. And nothing else. Wowee, I can't believe what else has been so different in your life as of recently. Well, enough about that. That's something to ponder another day. Can I ask you a favor? Me? What can I do for you? I was thinking... Physically, Mel was undeniably a young man. The smirk that crossed his lips as he schemed gave his face the sweet look of a little boy. Or perhaps that was simply part of his charm. It was not the age disparity, but his character that made his smile so heartwarming. But did he ask of me? You should find out soon enough. It's a scheme that'll happen at the very end. Don't worry about it. It's cloudy. I thought you said you didn't like sunlight. Are you only part vampire? Oh no, don't tell me it's Twilight rules where you sparkle instead. Don't do this, don't do this. Thank goodness for that too. That would be even better if we're darker out. Nope, you're still part vampire. I believe the textile shop was around here. Hi there. Are you just following her around by this point? Lord Mel. Fancy meeting you here? Yeah. What a surprise. Yes, a big surprise. So, what do you say we take this chance and go for a little walk? Since you're so sensitive to sunlight, we can keep our eyes out for shadowed areas as we go. And if you're feeling well, just let me know. I was sent out to run an errand. Don't worry about that. Come on, follow me. Oh my gosh, she's chastised for it later. It's all on you, dude. I'm sorry. It, actually wasn't an accident we crossed paths. No, really. I planned this out ahead of time. Asked to have you sent on a fake errand. It feels like I'm always on alert back to the mansion. Can't relax in my own house. It's actually kind of funny. Does that just mean that your sister's being overbearing on you, honestly, and you just can't take that pressure and just insecure about yourself? Okay. That's probably what all it means. It's all on you, dude. Sorry, that was inappropriate of me. I just thought, since the sun's mostly blocked out, it would be alright if... I'm feeling just fine. Riveting. Of course, to get her out of the house, I can't think of anything to say. Wow, look at this nice wall. Look at all the little bricks. Don't you know the stuff inside between the bricks is called mortar? Wow. Hey, yes? Have you settled into life at the mansion? I have. Everyone has been such a big help. That's good to hear. Indeed. So, I heard you like roses. Yes? Nelly told me she had you help redecorate her room some time back. Yes, but that was shortly after I arrived. What of it? Yeah, that day, Nelly told me that you don't, I don't... Never mind. Sorry, it's not important. It is important, but I can't just ask how she feels about me. That would make it sound like I Forget sound like I do, don't I? Lord Mel. Oh, sorry, I have something in my mind. It looks like it might rain again today. The weather usually gets better as summer approaches, not worse like it has been. It won't be a heavy storm, though. No? The wind is too gentle. You can tell from that? Vaguely, but yes. Huh, that's impressive. I often leave the house unprepared only to find myself sloshing back in the rain. She's probably been outside, honestly, quite a lot to actually detect that, honestly. You laugh a lot more than you used to. Do I? Yeah, but I like that. You look better with a smile on your face. A smile suits Lady Nellie much more than I. What? Her smile and your smile are completely different. Well, so, a smile suits you as well, Lord Mel. Do you really think so? What's this do in the face of a smile like that? So, yes? Knowing her, if I ask if I'm imposing, she'll say no without hesitation. You need to find another way to ask her with honesty. Trying to cover myself isn't gonna get me anywhere. The most awkward date imaginable, isn't this grand? Hold on a second. I never did get you those flowers like I promised. There was a single white rose blooming in the garden. I was planning to give it to you, but it disappeared before I had the chance. Definitely did not grab that and ruin it. So, I'd like you to have this. It's not a real rose, but it won't wilt either. It's plastic! Mel was holding an ornamental white rose. It's an impressively detailed replica of the real thing, crafted by an incredibly skilled artisan's hand. It was, as I imagined, made by the same craftsman from whom Mel had ordered Nellie's birthday necklace. Oh, the very second Nellie finds out about it, she's gonna be pissed. The young man, who but a handful of days earlier had said he had no sweetheart, had come in to commission a present for the girl. The master of the shop must have been quite surprised. Or perhaps they had given him a good laugh instead. It was for this moment that he so desperately sought for time together with the white-haired girl, the red-haired girl, Peanuts. I don't know what you'd like, but I had it based on my sister's tastes. My apologies, I cannot accept this. Is the design not to your liking? No, if you're concerned about how much I paid for it, don't be. I just want you to have it, that's all. Have it decorating your room like I mentioned before. Roses decorate all entire walls and around your bed, honestly. Please. Why are you so kind to me? Why? Because I love you, he screams out suddenly. I'm sorry, I can't accept it. A clear glint of flustered panic was visible in her red eyes. There's not a girl in the world whose heart would not flutter at the sight of the sparkling rose accessory. But her reaction was far from delight. As a matter of fact, there were traces of fear and apprehension in her countenance. I beg your pardon. Hold on. Look at stress in her face. The white-haired girl made her run off, but Mel grabbed her by the arm in the nick of time. At least tell me why. Some bad experiences in the past. Is it because you dislike me? I never said... Something's wrong with me. From the day you arrived at the mansion, it's like I haven't been myself. I've been strangely aflutter ever since then. You've been possessed! Whether I try to study or whether I try to read, none of it sticks. I'm just looking at pages of text, tracing rows of letters, only for them to disappear as soon as I look away. It's all because of you. It's all your fault! I'm truly am sorry. Please, don't be any more generous than you already have. When with you, my willpower wavers. What do you mean by that? I'm so sorry. But, wait! Mel's grip loosened for a moment, allowing her to slip free and dart off like a gust of wind, not giving me a chance to stop her a second at time. The dumbfounded flaxen-haired boy stood frozen in place, left all by himself. Ben stood up. The breeze, which the white-haired girl had called gentle earlier, felt faintly chilly, almost as if mocking him. it looks like she's even less fond of me than I thought. God, I'm crying. Pathetic. Oh, that's even worse. Your boss is here seeing you crying. Well, if it isn't Mel. Shit. Runs away. What might you be... Are you crying? I'm so pitiful. Sorry to see this. Think nothing of it. I passed by a girl just a few moments ago. She appeared to be rather distressed as well. Did something happen between the two of you? I wasn't good enough, it seems. Not good enough? That was the new maid I was telling you about before. It was, like you said, Father, I was keen on her. Quite. Enough to bring me to tears like a miserable child. But she rejected me. I don't even have what it takes to be a stand-in prince. Mel. I apologize for complaining to you about this. I'm completely hopeless. Mel. Please don't try to cheer me up. I don't need any sympathy. I just... No, Mel. Listen to me. What? I've seen the girl before. What do you mean? But, you said she was a servant in your house, right? Are you saying, like, are you gonna imply, like, have you seen her in a different country or what? In which case, yes, she is. Please tell me, Father, where did you see her? Why must you be so evasive? It was probably someone else. Oh, no. Don't you dare start this right now, mister. You implied it, and you're about to tell us. You better tell it all right now, right here. Someone else? You're saying you mistook someone who stands out as much as her? Father... She, and a man who I assume is her father, paid a visit to the church once. They came asking for food, their clothes in tatters. The two were emaciated. I don't think they were eating daily. What? Wait a minute, are you saying... She's a beggar. But Father said she came from an esteemed house. Which is why I said I might be mistaken, Mal. She's a singular aspect, but it's possible there's another girl who looks similar. In this town, I doubt it, so this is like just... So we're firmly still in the whole romance side of this story, honestly, right now. So this is really just turning to a story, just she can't accept that because, in comparison to that one story she told, honestly, the princess, like a girl, honestly, stuck in a castle in a mansion with only one window. She may feel like she doesn't really deserve it, honestly. She's still not reached that threshold, honestly. You're gonna take that way, she didn't take that same, ornamental rose, honestly, because she couldn't, she's in the first step of that dove thing, where she couldn't really send a letter back, honestly. So, if everything goes right with that story, then, and here in real life, for you, Mel, then, don't worry, you're halfway there, if you want to be optimistic. That's probably the reason why, honestly, she didn't want to talk to, Nelly about her own stuff, actually. Explains quite a while. She's like, pretty evasive, honestly. Like, that doesn't really explain why her dad actually decided to, take them in. Did, maybe they stole, like, clothes or anything like that to make them seem like they're more esteemed and, like, put on a giant amount, like, ruse to put down that they are from a esteemed family, and then they came in? Or, like Mel and Nelly's dad actually just took him in out of pity, honestly, and then just lied to everyone to, make sure, like, the reputation doesn't go down, I guess, in that way. Deep down, though, the priest surely believed the opposite, and so he said sternly, like teacher to a pupil, but you must be absolutely certain, Mel. Understood? Absolutely certain to, court her more? You cannot proceed any further without knowing her ancestry. Knowing it? It's probably just the whole thing in the times. Does it really entirely matter? Maybe if it's the church father, just scour through the whole text there. By all means. In the back of Mel's mind, a vision of the night of the storm. The night the white-haired girl ride to the mansion was surely replaying. Yeah, maybe he's even taught you were there, honestly, as well. I probably need to revisit that and see what exactly they two talked about. I mostly just only remember the top of my head that him spying at her and just her just being introduced into the staff, honestly. And nothing much else, nothing much more. She's been wearing little more than rags and covered in grime. Hardly the appearance of a respectable young lady of class. Ah, yeah, there was that. Have you been putting her through unnecessary stress? If she actually turns out to be nameless, to be rankless. No matter where she comes from, my heart has decided. I'm not fooling myself about how I feel any longer. No, I cannot fool myself. But how does she feel? Don't, wait, oh my god. Now the very second you mentioned, like, they're both beggars, it just clicked in my mind. Is that beggar that he's been giving, like, money to when he leaves church, like, the church after he's done with work? Literally her dad? Okay. But how does she feel? What will everyone else think? I have to find out why she was welcomed to our house. I'll ask mother, or father. No, if for some reason they don't know she's an aristocratic, I'm better off not saying anything. Actually thinking about it, does that mean oh. If the dad has nothing to do with this, did that maid actually who's leading us through this whole story actually invite her in and actually gave her a job so she actually has some place to both work, stay, get some actually experience, honestly, and then move up in the world from here? Like, this is the first nice stage, honestly. That's actually really nice of her. And she lied about it to like, I guess Mel and Nellie's mom and dad, honestly. I still don't know the title, honestly, for how to refer to them, honestly. Like, masters in the house, I guess, or I guess higher ranking than lord, honestly, so, I had to find out. This time, I must get answers. The answers are right here in our library. No, absolutely not. I heard everything. Oof, sucker punches right in the stomach. You come back and the first thing you say is that? I hate you, father. I will not stand for this. Oh, wait, what? Oh. Why? Why would you suddenly throw that at me? He didn't even ask for my opinion. Oh. Oh, my first thought is, you are now being betrothed to someone else. No, I won't do it. I'm fine the way things are. I'm just fine. Dearest Mal, I need your help. I don't want to get married. Old politics are interesting, to say the least. This may seem sudden, but I must confess that I made a grave mistake. My transgression is that I was unable to completely predict where this path we're traveling led. My hands were full dealing with my immediate day-to-day tasks, so I could do naught but pray there was happiness waiting in the future. Happiness for everyone who lived within Rose Manor. But I am but a mere maid. There are limits to what I'm allowed to do. And furthermore, it was not my place to offer her my hand. Oh. Roads, such as the one we are following, have a way of diverging with little warning. If you do not turn the wheel exactly right at those sudden forks, you may end up somewhere horribly off course. I was well aware of this fact, which is why I thought that what I did was for the best. Wait, you just decided to give, like, the absolute worst advice to one of the two siblings, honestly? Okay. It's happening again. I made sure the door was closed, but I could sense someone standing there. Someone watching me. Footsteps. They just stand in front of, like, the white-haired maid just stares right outside your door, just staring through the gaps, just, like, wondering, just, should I fucking talk to him, or, I don't know, like, stare at him while he sleeps or anything like that? Twilight situation all over again. But decides to just go and leave. Okay. They're looking down at me? I want to open my eyes, but I can't do it. Curses. You're just gonna leave without doing anything, aren't you? Then hurry up and get out of here. 10 hours pass. Free me from this torture. No, tonight they're on my bed now, looking down at me. My neck. Ugh. I I can't speak. I can't move. These cold fingers. Soft breath. Ugh. Vampire time, go! Why? I can't move my body. I can move my body. That's not important right now. Oh, hi. Oh, you trying to strangle him? You smell the roses. The scent of a world far removed from others. He made to gasp the sight before him, only realized he could not. The presence of her cold fingertips wrapped around his throat robbed him almost entirely the ability to breathe. Why? He suddenly mouthed the word. For that moment, at least, her melancholic ruby eyes were focused wholly on the flaxen-haired young man. And then glowed a faint flicker of willpower, continuously burning agitation that roused her to action. I told you to stop being so kind to me. What? Why? I'll be over soon. Please don't make any noise. No, I don't want anyone to be kind to me. No one shall be kind to me. Just starts. Okay. All right. Why? To put an end to this family, you are my only. Why are you shaking? What? Oh, is she like literally just a trained assassin for this? Okay. There was that whole mention like during the party actually of something like that happening. Something implying that. Oh, okay then. What? Upon hearing Mel's words, a strength drained from her slender fingers. He had been not questioning why she would do such a thing. There was of course a trace of bewilderment visible in his eyes. But he did not shout, nor did he tremble in fear. He instead expressed concern for the young woman who looked like a cornered rabbit. I am not shaking. You are. I can see it. As he slowly regained his breath, Mel's voice too grew clearer. Conversely, the red-eyed girl's gaze grew progressively more faint and raspy. Oh, her voice, sorry. You're not doing this because you genuinely want to. There's some other reason. This is what I desire. Have you been to my room before? You have. Sorry. Well, I'll be damned. Tell me, why are you shaking? You're not putting any pressure on my neck. Why haven't you run? Because I cannot fathom why you would do this, so I'm not afraid. Since I can't rationalize my brain, then I'm not going to be scared for my life. Do you hate me so deeply you want me dead? Do you despise me to the point you'd be willing to take my life with your own hands? No, I don't. See? Like I said, there's another reason. If it's because you detest me, then tell me. Why is it? Because I hate how nice you are to me. I'm sorry. I will leave your room now. I'll do my best not to bother you any further, so please forget anything that ever happened. Do you think I'm just gonna say okay and let you go? Why can't you tell me the reason? I'm sorry. Alright, then I'll try and guess. What? It has something to do with your lineage. You're troubled by it somehow. Am I right? I thought so. How do you know about that? The priest at the church told me he has seen you before. He has told me, a little about your origin. That's all I know. The only difference between us is social rank. I don't know what caused you to do this. It's not just social rank, vampirism! Please, tell me who you really are. Tell me why you came to the mansion, and why father allowed you to be maid. I haven't said anything to mother or father. You're hiding the truth from them. They still don't know. But I want to. I won't get mad at you or have you punished. I'll even swear to God if you like. I want to be the prince who whisks you away. I want to be like the prince who rescued the girl from the dark mansion and showed her the world. I know I'm not dependable, but I want to help you. Why do you show me such compassion? How do you treat me like this? I had my hand on your neck. One word. Kinky. Wait, what? Why? I thought it'd be obvious. Or haven't I expressed myself well enough? Oh. I love you. Every time you push away, it crushes me. I didn't even know my heart could feel such distress. If you dislike me, and don't want to be with me, then well, I'll just have to live with that. As much as it may hurt, if some other reason, some weight in your shoulders that you can't share with anyone else, then tell me. I want to help you. Reminds me of those stories where I love you, my assassin. If you so do desire that you need to kill me, then I will not waver. I will not run away or resist. Just take me and kill me instead. I will not fault you for it. There are other options. Things we can do about your... No, that's not it. Huh? I've tried to hate you so many times. So yes, there's more to it than just social status. But I can't do it. I couldn't make myself do it. What do you mean? I had so many chances, but I couldn't do anything. She spoke in a stifled voice, as if every word had to fight to escape her lips. She appeared so fragile, so precarious looking down at him that it seemed as though a gust of wind were to whisk through the room and blow her away completely. Her pale fingers were trembling, like she tried to squeeze them again and failed. However, her hand did not pull away from his still slender neck. It's gonna leave a bruise like that I've been squeezing this entire time. Her hand is so cold. Do I keep bring up the V word? Umpire. He did not challenge her, but simply kept his eyes fixed on hers, as if carefully waiting and watching to see what she would do next. I'll say as many times as I must. I love you, with a capital L. I wouldn't be able to accept losing you without knowing anything. So please, tell me the reason. I'll see to it that you're taken care of. Those are the words of a man of means, Lord Mel. Someone blessed not to have pity for others. You're a foolish young man. You know nothing. Greatest fool of all is myself. If you agree to punish me, I will talk. Tell me. Her long white hair and his soft flaxen hair touched. For just the briefest of moments, it appeared in the darkness as though they had fused together. The white-haired girl, having finally gathered courage, began to slowly tell her tale. The night of the storm, I paid a visit to Rose Manor, this mansion. My father and I were always in the move, traveling across the land by foot. Suddenly recently we heard rumors of Rose Manor, with the witches and all that? What brought you to come here then, and actually like maybe going to cover like be as a maid here or anything like that? I'm slowly moving away with the whole assassin idea and joke, honestly, but even the maid actually just mentioned, like, if you go into his room, Mel's room, like, you won't be put in trouble for it at all. So, what exactly are you doing in here, then, of all things? There are several reasons we couldn't stay in one place. First is my unusual appearance. People often found the color of my skin or eyes disconcerting. So living in one place for long enough, unsettling rumors would begin to spread, forcing us to leave. Another reason was my father's line of work. What kind of taboo profession did they have? He painted pictures for a living. Do I want to ask what kind? But he had trouble finding a patron, so he had to work day to day. Oh, okay. So just he just wasn't very popular to him. Get a lot of commissions done. When he was no longer able to find work in a city, we would move. We were birds that migrate within a flock. When we rented this town, my father was exhausted and weak. That was when we learned of Rose Manor, and the family who dwelled within it. Rhodes is a name my father could never forget. Oh, is their family, like, Mel's mother and father, the reason why I'm, guess your family is like this now, too? Oh, no, don't tell me it's gonna be a whole thing of, what was it? Sins the father's trope, honestly. Like, oh, good God. At the same time, I both hate that trope, and it's honestly kind of good in narratives. God damn it. What was it? The Gargoyles TV show has that quite a bit. And like, god damn it, every single time it comes, it makes me so fucking mad. Like, almost irrationally so, honestly. I haven't felt that so often, so... Ugh, god damn it. He was long ago a painter in service to the Rhodes family. Hold on. Your father was an artist here? Not exactly at Rose Manor, but eh? Yes. It was before I was born, so you probably don't remember Lord Mel. So you knew about us before you came here. For as long as I can remember, I've known the name Rhodes, because you always walked a very lonely road, the only road that you've ever known. My father was chasing your house, just because he didn't like something he painted. Having failed the Rhodes family, no one else would become his patron. It was literally just one painting. Like, I probably imagine if it was like something, like maybe a controversial painting I guess he made, then sure. But it was like something simple as just I asked for her hair to be black, not brown. Get the fuck out of my house. And I swear to God, if it's just that. Having failed the Rhodes family, no one else becomes patron. Just as good reputation spreads, so too does a bad one. Brandon once a failure, no one will take you in ever again. You nobles throw your parties and spread your gossip about this painter or that sculptor. The Rhodes you try to give me is an example of that. There's certainly credit with skill, but the jeweler is only known because some aristocrat spoke highly of him. Okay, so you're you had a lot of layers to that rejection thing just earlier. Wow, actually, holy shit. My father's paintings are no less skillful. His was a talent that could not be easily imitated. But no one's willing to separate the art from the artist. Oh, that's a common... That's a thing we're living in right now. Okay. The Rhodes family stole everything from my father. Even thrown out to the streets, his only skill was painting. That was all he could do to earn a living. What little money we had for food he gave to me. He did anything he could to ensure my survival, at the expense of his own well-being. My father passed away in this town. Up until his last breath, he was only ever concerned about me. He held me in his arms and ran his fingers through my hair, an apologetic look in his face. If I had no appearance, I'm sure life would have been much easier. He was always telling me how sorry he was for making life so hard, even though it's not his fault I look like this. I disdain the Rhodes family for for my father through such hardship. I imagine you're still living in decadence, acting as though nothing had ever happened. No, you don't even care the fate of one simple painter. Hard lives meant nothing to you. And so I sought to bring misfortune upon you. You infiltrated the place and then were a hired assassin. So it's not really just that, but just, I guess, both, I guess, in a whole sense of just revenge. And that's why you tried to kill me. Wait, why kill Mel? Is it a little just because the whole thing of, like, I'm honor status, like, killing the next lineage, honestly? It's only just because of that? Okay. In truth, I'd want to take the master's life, but your father spent so much time outside the mansion. You could, what was it, find a good time to do so and, stab. You know, there's always that. And so, you're right. If they lost me, it put my family in a very difficult position. That is the whole of my tale. You now know about my father, and how I feel about you. Having told you the blackness of my heart, I cannot go on living like nothing has changed. Please, give me punishment. Why would you have me put the one I love through any more misery? I'm not fit for your affection. Not only because I am not aristocratic, because every time I spoke with you, I did so hold in the darkness of my heart. Does that not unnerve you? No, I think we had thoughts of having wanted someone else dead. So you're completely fine there, girl. If a girl cannot have her hobbies, can a boy have his own too? No. In the end, it was my family's actions that caused you so much suffering. That your father was still alive. Perhaps I could have done something. Wait, her father is dead? Did I skip a line? Did I actually gloss over something? Did they actually mention that? That just came out of nowhere. Okay. I'm sorry. And besides, you hesitated. You didn't actually kill me. What even am I to punish you for? Maybe this little bruise around your neck, honestly. As you said, you had countless opportunities, but you could not bring yourself to do it. Tell me, why couldn't you kill me? You're too fucking nice, let me hate you, that was why. Because if it's because I've given you enough reason, have even the slightest bit of interest in me. Nothing was I envisioned it. What? I assumed the residents of Rose Manor would be cold. People who believe that wealth and rank mattered above all. And night of the storm, the mistress was the first one to extend her hand to me. I arrived at the mansion disguised as the beggar. Actually, disguise is not the right word. As many nights I only survived in the generosity of others. And the mistress did not send me away when she saw me. Quite the opposite. She took me in as a servant. Ah, I got that right. So that was Mother's doing. Wait. Oh, no, the mistress. I'm still thinking, like, when you talked to that one maid, honestly. Like, you literally came to her, honestly. The mom, honestly. And then she was put in. Then, like, Mel saw you talking with the other maid. Which, again, we don't even know your name after all this point. I'm actually a bit, kind of weirded out a tiny bit. I could scarcely believe she would invite a stranger to her home. That she would treat a stranger with such compassion. I thought perhaps she knew who my father was. But I'd never met any of you before, so she must simply be that kind-hearted woman. And the mistress continued to treat me with kindness, despite my disquieting appearance and the darkness in my heart. In time, I began to grow less and less sure of myself. Like, I wonder, like, their dad, honestly, be a whole different thing, actually. Like, is he bad? Because I'm now just wondering exactly why they decided to throw out your dad from a botched painting? It honestly just depends what the painting was. If you even know what it was? Do you? In time, I began to grow less and less sure of myself. Was what I meant to do truly right? The things I felt truly justified? But it was a certain fact. My father was here, and that he had been chased out. Decided to take your life, to put an end to everything before I wavered any further. Oh, that makes more sense thinking about it than about you like the pictures a lot more than too, and like when you're like looking at the books and reading. Aw, no. And then you were too kind to me. It's all your fault. It's all your fault I can't kill you. Because you laugh with such affection. Because you give me smiles like that. Because you say the things you say. I'm sorry. No, don't apologize. I'm so happy to hear that. Despite, the unusual circumstances. Please don't say you want to leave. Don't ask me to punish you. I couldn't do anything for your father, but at least allow me to do something for the daughter he cared for so dearly. You're far too kind-hearted. I'll be happier with you around. You can become a real aristocrat. You're planning to just marry her into it, or just have her learn, honestly, how to be one? Huh? There are families that would be willing to adopt you, especially knowing it would bring them ties to the Rhodes family in the near future. Are you saying, as long as you're okay with that, of course. I don't understand how you could possibly say that. I have my hand around your neck even as we speak. Why are you still holding it, honestly, there? Just been telling your entire life story, honestly, to this guy for over, like, a few hours, like, they're just, like, just taking all in stride, just like, this is my life now. Just gonna stare in the eyes of my one true love. It seems reasonable enough to me. I'm desperately looking for some way not to lose you. But I couldn't. I don't know any etiquette or social customs. How could I? You can learn all that. You're pretty and naturally graceful. You'll do just fine. You are such an aristocrat, Lord Mal. What? The way you can come up with the comments so easily. Only for you. Everyone else, I hate their guts. Nelly says my poetry is as much charm as a dissertation. I don't understand theater. It puts me to sleep. You laughed. Thank goodness. Keep smiling. You don't have to stop. The smile on your face, the smile on mine. No matter how deep the darkness has taken root in your heart, it can always be removed. I believe people are capable of forging their own futures. Yeah, that's a better way to look at it. Instead of just thinking if fate and destiny is all set in stone, I'll still decry that every single chance I get. What do you say we go to the theater sometime? I promise I won't sleep through it. This time. In the private theater, we can get seats at the far end of the second floor, so we don't have to stand. There'll be pretty lavish seats. It will give you a chance to experience the noble life. But please, don't be shy. I can have clothes prepared for you. I'll ask one of the maids who can keep a secret. Say the one with the black hair. Of course, just only her. She kind of scares me, though. And then she just bursts through the fucking room just saying, "How dare you say I'm scary?" I don't know what else to say. Maybe because after all this time, like, still the maid, like, knows all of, like, everything that happened in this conversation, unless one of them told her, honestly, later, or she's the actual spirit of the mansion itself, honestly. Literally nothing else. I don't know what else I'm supposed to say. How could you show such compassion for me? I try to inflict harm upon you. Am I allowed to feel such joy? For every day you suffered, a day of happiness. That's how it has to be. It has been decreed. So stand by my side. He softly whispered the girl's name. What's her name then? What is her name? Don't tell me it's literally just white hair girl. That's the weirdest name ever. I didn't realize the painter's name was Mr. Girl. For several long moments, her lips trembled in trepidation. But in time, she squeezed them together and made a smile. He wrapped his arms around her unbelievably slender, frail frame, holding her tight in an affectionate embrace. Mel approached me the next day, explained to me the course of events, okay, that makes sense, and then asked me to dress her up more beautifully than any other noble girl had ever been. She was already a pretty girl, so, even without much effort on my part, simply putting her in a dress, she radiated beauty. The dress itself started glowing out of nowhere. I was quite partial to her smile, so agreed to help, thinking if it would lead to their happiness, I could not ask for anything more. Never anticipated what would happen next, though. Perhaps my hopes were unreasonable after all. Wait, so the bad decision you made was just giving her a dress? So something bad happened at the theater then? I wouldn't even say that's really a bad decision. It'd be a whole different thing if you made something maybe a bit controversial. Like there's some bad thing to it instead. Nellie's just at the theater, just like sulking, just watching the theater by herself. She looks straight up and just sees her brother with the maid. Like, "Oh, that fucking bitch! You said you didn't have any romantic ties to him! How fucking dare you!" Just starts pointing at the megaphone. "Get the fuck down from there!" No, Nellie. You're at the theater, so don't look so cross. Arthur. Oh, wait. Was this Arthur? Oh, no! Wait, okay. Hold on. Wait, before I even think of anything else. Is Arthur the cousin that was at the party that she mentioned before? Am I thinking of someone else? My first thought was literally just that marriage contract, and, holy shit, I don't... Oh my god. Nellie was out with a man other than her brother that evening. A rare sight indeed. It was all a scandal for that day. And she was quite clearly in a foul mood. I will not stand for this. I should have to marry a man as disagreeable as Arthur. Please tell me I'm wrong in my memory that Arthur is not, like, the cousin to the family. Please tell me. Please tell me. Okay. It's unthinkable. The young man at her side was Nellie's fiancé, selected by her parents. On either occasion, she would have snubbed an invitation from any man who was not Mel. What? But she had little say in this matter. She was, for lack of a better word, forced to go out with him. And oh, how furiously she had fought against it. She had shut aside the Abigail trying to fasten her corset, locked herself in a room, and sobbed for quite some time. It required the combined efforts of several of us to get her ready and out the door for a date. I'm assuming from all this, Nellie did not tell Mel about this then. Which, again, still, after all this time, I still don't like how similar names are. Nellie and Mel? Please, parents, don't fucking do this. Come now, you should at least pretend you're enjoying yourself. Fuck you. Or do you want people to think we don't get along? Do we get along? Well, I want to, for what it's worth. Well, I don't, so there. Flips off. What's it worth to you is my name, not me. Are you really gonna be like that? I went on my way to take you to your favorite play. The least you could do is be a little kinder to me. What was it called again? Romeo and Juliet? Been running for 6 or 7 years now. So 6 or 7 years. We have a time frame of when this takes place now. I feel like yours or mine could pay to have a brand new script written. So why should we just, play at a theater full of commoners? Commoners? Maybe private, but even so. I'd rather just have a show put on my estate. Stop talking already. I want to watch instead. I want to hear your stupid voice. Why should I had to marry someone like you? I have absolutely no desire to marry you. Whatever it takes, I will put a stop to this. I'll tell my father as many times as I must. Please don't miss such a scene. It's shameful. For you, but not for me. There are people around. Remember, you represent your family, doesn't Mel? Besides, our families are hardly strangers to one another. Try as you might, I doubt you can get rid of me. That was the worst thing you could have said right here. No matter what you say, you can't break this engagement. You don't... Your parents gave you too much freedom, and look at what a spoiled little girl you became because of it. Goodness, you're gonna be quite the handful. Oh, get off your high horse! No, you're the one on a high horse, Nellie. You were gonna be my wife. You can at least put some effort into liking me. Wow. What happens when I take you to social engagement and you act like this? It's shameful to the both of us. This coming from someone who used to call me Lady Nellie. What's your problem? When you choose to act like a lady, I'll gladly call you that again. Goodness gracious. Put yourself in my shoes for a second. I am having a hard time doing that. I had to marry a bratty little girl because it'll help my family. Out of no reason or whatever else. How old are you? How dare you talk to me that way? You're not a damn princess. Open your eyes. Her eyes are already open, you fuck. If you think talking to your father will get you out of this marriage, you're welcome to try. I doubt he'll have it, though. Otherwise, you can just go complain about it to your friends. Oh, that's right. As far as I'm aware, you don't have any friends. Slap him. Enough! As you wish. It's so frustrating. Why should I listen to this jerk mock me? I have Mel. I know. I know. If Father won't listen to me, I'll ask Mel to talk to him. Mel will be able to convince him. Come on now, your favorite play's about to start. Maybe you should face forward. Joy won't last. You won't be talking down to me much longer. And if nothing else happens, murder is also one possibility to do. What? Is that? Yeah, I guessed it right. You point up to the second floor balcony. You fuckers! Wait, Nellie, get back here. What is a damn child's problem? Had to give her permission to leave. What the fuck? Father will be sure to hear about. My father will hear about this in no time at all. God damn it! Shut the fuck up, Draco Malfoy. I can't have the Rhodes family making any more of a fool of me. Are we gonna see you in a little dress? You're fine. Don't be shy. Aw, she looks beautiful in that, actually. It actually looks nice on her, the yellow dress, actually. Huh. But so many people are looking at me. That's because you're gorgeous. No, it's because it looks strange. You're eye-catching, let's just say that, okay? I assure you that's not the case. It is true you have an unusual appearance. Right now, you need to color your hair, your skin, your eyes all start to accentuate your beauty. You sound like a prince, Lord Mel. Well, you think so? I mean, I did say I'd be a stand-in prince for you, but I think you're a wonderful prince, not just a stand-in. Which makes you a princess, then. I don't... Oh, I just say, yes, I am there. You're gonna make me sad. I guess I'll just keep working on it until you submit. Why, what? Why you say it like that? I swear to God. Oh, hey, that plays at the start. What am I supposed to be doing? Not particular. Watching it. Just sit back and enjoy the show. Oh, but there's one thing. The most weirdest customs you have to do. You gotta tap your shoes twice on the ground after every single act is done, or something like weird as that. If I start dozing off, could you maybe wake me up? Huh? You just hear there's a marathon running up here. What? Dearest Mel? Nellie? Dearest Mel, what are you doing here? I asked her to join me. Something to get worked up over. It absolutely is. How many times did I ask you to come with me and you wouldn't? You don't even like theater, dearest Mel, and you brought her? You're right. I'm not especially fond of plays, but I wanted to be able to see one. Why are you making such a big deal of this, Nellie? She's not suitable for you. What? She isn't good enough for you. Only I am. Please don't say that. Why would you choose her? She's creeping. You have no idea where she came from. She could have diseases. You make it sound like she's diseased. Oh my God. Don't talk about her like that, Nellie. But you don't even know who her family is. I do. But Lord Mel, please don't tell her my secrets. It's fine. You just stay quiet. Like the other maid, she comes from a respectable house. I looked into it. However, circumstances prevent me from telling you what house that is. No, you're lying. That can't be. I can sense the commoner within her. What the fuck? She doesn't act like a lady. She likes etiquette, and she probably can't even dance. You still need to believe someone like her is from a good house? Enough already, Nellie. Nellie yelled at me. You have my word. You don't have to worry about her. So please stay out of this, Nellie. Isn't it your business if I spend time with her, is it? But, dearest Mel... You need to stop hanging all over me, Nellie, and find someone for... Wait. What are you doing at the theater? Are you here alone? Oh yes, dearest Mel, about that. I have a favor to ask of you. I've been waiting to talk to you about this since yesterday, but I haven't seen you at all. Settle down, Nellie. What is it? Father had me engaged without consulting me. He picked Arthur, of all people. That disagreeable little... Oh, right, that. I already know. What the What? I heard it from Father. That reminds me, you didn't show up at breakfast this morning. I see now, it's because of your engagement. Dearest Mel... Is that who you're with here today? In that case, you should get back to him, rather than wasting more time with us. You knew I didn't want to get married, Mel, so why? How'd you talk Father out of it? Because... it's your time, Nellie? What? If someone else you'd rather be with, then, well, you can try persuading Father, but... You're the only prince for me, dearest Mel. The prince always grants her prince's wishes. Doesn't he? I just want you to say you'll do that for me, dearest Mel. Lady Nellie. You stay out of this! It's all your fault! It's all because you showed up and played your little tricks on him. I warned you of this rat, dearest Mel. She is not suitable for... I told you I had enough already. Oh, shit, what the fuck? Oh my god. How much longer are you gonna continue acting like a child? I can deal with you being a spoiled little girl, but how dare you be so derisive to someone else? Hell, hit me. Lord Mel. Go on. The show's with a start. Holy shit, dude. People are giving us dirty looks. I swear to God, you say it's all her fault. Return to your betrothed now. I'll apologize to him afterwards as well. You said you'd always be my side. You'd always be my prince. The time for make-believe is past, Nellie. No. No, I refuse to believe it. I'll not have it. Nellie! My goodness, that girl. My God, what has gotten into you, actually? Are you not gonna go after her, Lord Mel? No, just let her go. Let her soak in this up for a bit longer. Is that what you're gonna go with here? Okay, then. You're just gonna suddenly just change your mind about how being married like that? Okay, then. Wow. Okay. Well, you're being more confident in what you're trying to do, but at the same time, you're turning into a douche canoe. Yay. The only place she even has to go is home. Okay. Just wish she started acting a little more like an adult. I imagine Lady Nellie simply... She what? No, it just wasn't my intention to get between you. Don't blame yourself. It's not your fault we had an argument. But you two are so close. Well, yeah, we're siblings, but so we're close, but nothing more. I do care about Nellie, but I enjoy spending time with her. But she's my sister, nothing more. Every time you phrase like that, it's just weird. Every time you phrase like that, it's weird. Anyway, sorry for making such a scene. No, I imagine she left her betrothed behind without saying anything, so I'm going to go apologize to him. We have to keep up appearances. Stay here, I'll be right back. You can keep up appearances at the same time, like, you know, be a fucking nice person, you know? And if you don't think you can't do that, then fucking go behind their backs or whatever else. Do social politics, stuff like that, you fuck. Very well. Jesus. Master? What are your thoughts on the tale so far? Some good, slight bad. We're seeing douche canoe qualities in our main guy, Mel right now. Holy fucking shit. Which of the siblings do you think was in the right, Master? The brother or the sister? It honestly depends on what time period to look at it in, honestly. Like, because I guess you could say that back then, probably brothers in the right in that time period, but yeah, definitely now, it's the sister, honestly. Jesus. But it's like one of those things where no one's gonna try to listen to him, no one's actually gonna listen to her, honestly, because she needs to be put into another family to have we need to extend our connections, our family connections outward, you know, so we have to have marriages and all that for other families, respectable families, not any of the commoners and stuff like that. That's how they all look at it, as marriages, like religious connections, and the weddings being like religious networking. Honestly, that's all it is. That's what it all feels like anyway. Ugh. They weren't even planning to do even act like they don't love each other. The whole rest of the thing, what is even the whole thing about marriage back then? Just jeez, I don't even have the full context for it. But every time I even try to rationalize it in my brain, I don't even know how to rationalize it all. Honestly, it just is back then. I don't even know what to say about it. Jesus. Oh my, I apologize for that abrupt question. Did I startle you? What do I think? Yes, I believe Mel was probably right. Probably. Well, maybe a bit like she's acting like a bit childish, but the whole situation she doesn't like, He was also surely happier than her. As Mel anticipated, Nellie fell from the theater, leaving her fiancé behind. She forced her way into a carriage that stopped outside, probably one called for a different nobleman, in order to take her home. Mel's assumption was correct. The only place she had to return to was the mansion. Instead of locking herself in her room, she locked herself in a different room of the house. The sun was beginning to set, and as a young lady, she could not simply go wandering through town alone, nor did she have any acquaintances to take her in. Her world was, in essence, composed of two elements, her brother and the Rose Garden. Near the light of her life at Rose Manor, she lived a very isolated existence. Oh, whoa, okay. When she escaped back home, Nellie went straight to her room, locked the door, and began sobbing. Yeah, honestly, I can... The waves of her sorrow came crashing effortlessly over the levees. Tears streamed through the cracked walls of dams blocking her tear ducts. Why? Why won't you help me, Mel? Why won't you take my side? The corner room appeared blurry through her damp eyes. Memories of the day she had redecorated played back in her mind with crystal clarity. She told me she had no feelings for you back then. That liar! That liar! She let her emotions run wild, breaking glass craftworks, silver plates designed by famous foreign artisans, flower vases, all sorts of things. That one ugly vase, she called, it was now smashed on the floor without a hesitation, as though a beast had been set loose in her bedchamber. The vase she tossed, shattered against the painting happening on the wall, spraying water, porcelain, and rose in every direction. It was the portrait she adored so dearly, of her and her brother. And what appeared to her like a metaphor for her life, the frame fell off its mounting and crashed into the floor. Nellie darted over and scooped it up. The frame had broken. The painting inside was unharmed. The two smiling children were still the very image of happiness, inseparable siblings gently holding one another's hand. My prince is no more. Though in her present state of mind, the image of happiness brought her nothing but misery. And the worse she felt, the more frustrated she grew at the smiling girl and kind boy of her past. The princess is no more either. I'm not a princess anymore, Nellie. Some other woman is taking your place. I trusted you, Mel. I believed you'd always be there for me. This painting is nothing but a lie. That's not the real Mel. That's not the real me. It's all a big fat lie. A lie. I wish this painting never existed. I was never made. I never had a brother. This painting. In a fit of emotional distress, she scratched feverishly the painting she once considered precious. She put more force into her fingers than she or perhaps anyone would have imagined she would. Flakes of paint began falling off the canvas. In time, she noticed something peculiar. Huh? What? Is this writing? Oh, they're very top there. I was wondering if there's gonna be a secret letter behind the painting just hidden there for all to see. Okay. Something's hidden beneath the paint? Just a little more. A date? Why would that be hidden? What could it be for? Completed. Completed May 1587. 1587? She read aloud the faded, scratched-up handwriting. Okay, well, that's an important date, so let me just casually write that down. If it's gonna be spelled like that, what was it actually? Just be sure, going through the chat log. 1587. Gotcha. 1587. They're writing marker right now because there's not a pencil nearby. Gosh, I can't read it on a white envelope. Gosh dang it. No paper nearby. Yellow marker and white envelope. Best combination. She read aloud the faded, scratched-up handwriting. Just staring blankly at the text for some time, the color in her face began to drain. What is this? How could this have been painted 16 years ago? I wasn't even born yet then. And Mel would have just been a baby. A fortune-telling? But like, that was okay, so this takes place around then. Is this not me? Is this not Mel? Is it your mom and dad as young people, or someone else? Still more writing. Urged on by a rapidly pounding heart, Nellie furiously scratched away the painting. Even as her clean pink fingernails are soiled with fragments of paint and blood, she did not stop. She was so overwhelmed by the trepidation that she could not stop. She had a horrible premonition that something was about to happen. Something indescribable, incomprehensible. Wait, is this the painting that oh, those brought up again? Oh. Wait, if this painting was the one that the white-haired girl, like the white-haired maid actually, her father made. So if this was that painting, they kept it on her wall even though they said they hated it? What? Or do their parents not come into her room as often and she saw it when she's wandering around the mansion, decide, oh yes, I like this painting, put it on her wall. Okay. How did she not remember that she actually had the same, she not posed for this painting then? Or This is how I envision your son and our unborn daughter might look several years from now. Your son and our unborn daughter. This is a painting of the future. That it really is of me and Mel. No, use your head, stupid. I'm only 14. 16 years ago, I would not have even been inside Mother. Okay, 16 years ago, like you... Be 2 years before you were born. So... Oh my god, wait... Oh, that's what it is. Wait, oh my god, were they hinting at incest the entire time? It was not for these two, it was for the others? Oh my god! Oh my god! But then who is this? If they thought they thought the white-haired maid was gonna be had the same hair, honestly. Oh wait, why I never came to me before. Albinoism, that's an actual like rare. That's a rare trait some like people can get. I completely forgotten about that. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. Wait, so the painting thing that oh. Oh, that writing was in there, and like, oh, the dad and mom saw it. Oh my god, that makes so much sense now, actually. Okay, that makes the whole thing of her like just saying, "You're my prince, I'm your princess" thing less well, actually it's still a bit awkward, but it's less so now. It's still awkward, but less so. Oh my god. But then, who is this? Who is that holding Mel's hand? Who is that with my brother? Or, no, more. There has to be. Ow. Ow. Found it. There's more writing. I have to know what this is. Calm down, Nellie. Something to get worked up over. I'm sure it's nothing. Calm down and read. There's nothing to worry about. If her unborn child... This is what the writing in the painting said. If her unborn child does not have your hair color, then you'll probably not be able to take her in as your own. I'll be punished, and my life made miserable. And so I pray that this child might have flaxen hair. Though, is it a sin to wish she has in her a trace of me? I do hope it is a girl. Oh my god. Okay, so maybe me bringing up the coffin of Andy and Laylee wasn't the most terrible comparison ever to make. Oh my good god. Like, even though... Oh jeez, I like that game and story a lot, but like, oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus. What am I reading? I don't get it. Someone tell me, what does this mean? A painting from 16 years ago. Hair color. Sin. I do hope it's a girl. Yes? It's Nellie. Let me in. Lady Nellie? Oh. Oh, you changed out of your dress. It's a shame. Looked nice on you. It really did look so nice. Almost like you were a princess. Uh, Lady Nellie? Say, I got a question for you. Do you mind? By all means. What color of hair did your father have? Was it also white? I beg your pardon? Did you not hear me? Should I repeat the question? No. I assume it'd be about Lord Mel. I'm just so curious about where you got that white color from. My father is more tan than white. Didn't inherit my paleness from anyone. I asked about your father's hair color. Why would you want to... There's no reason you can't tell me, is there? My father, had white hair, okay. But that's not because he was an older man. I do not think he was born with... Lady Nellie? Okay, look at that, Mel, you fall in love with them, your true sister. How does it make you feel? Shove microphone in face. Hey, guess what? I figured it out. I figured it all out. Detective mode, hat on, magnifying glass, throw across the room. It was so simple. There's only one difference between you and me. The thing that Mel fell for is... Okay. Why do you have those? No, stay back. Okay, okay. I kind of expected, this to go, that, she would, attack her, but not in this way. Oh, God. Oh, we finally reached this point in the tale, Master. This is the climax, you say. This is the climax of it all. Okay, well, I think this is a good time to leave things off here. Because now thinking about it even much more, there was so much foreshadowing to this. About talking about just they keep bringing up jokes about incest and stuff like that. And now it goes to this. Oh my god, it probably makes it even worse that when Nellie talked to Mel at the theater, it made it sound like he knew all along about this fact and was pursuing it anyway. Oh shit. Oh shit. Doesn't make it any better, but it just makes things even worse then. A lot of characters just keep mentioning that you should focus on know that girl's ancestry. Like, always pressing on that fact, and anyone just going through this story will just think immediately and immensely that oh, don't worry about it, it's just forbidden love story about commoner versus royalty. This is a different kind of forbidden love story. I'll give it that, but it's certainly a tragedy nonetheless. Okay, then. Okay, my attention has been fully caught now. It's been fully engrossed and captured. I am ready for this game. Well, I guess for next time, then we'll see exactly how Mel or whoever survived the altercation, how they pan out from here. But I guess until next time, we're left only wondering what happened through the lonely night. Oh dear God. Well, with that, we'll leave things off for right here. So, hope fun time watches as I have been playing this. Hope to see me next time, whatever time that may be. And I all hope you a fantastic day.